welcome to my video. So I'll be going over our trip to Cancun, our first trip to Cancun. We've never been here together as a sister mama unit. So yeah, stay tuned. Anything y'all want to say?
It's hot. It's nice.
Okay. Hey y'all, so I don't know if you guys have even met my mom, but this is my mom and she's the mother of all of us 4 girls. So I just wanted to let her, say some stuff because this is my first video.
I truly am enjoying this trip with Victoria in Cancun, Mexico. She planned the trip, and what I love about my daughter, she loves including her mom, and that just makes me feel very, very special. Victoria, how are you enjoying your stay so far in Cancun, Mexico?
It's fun. The flight is only around like 2 hours from Atlanta, so it's super, super good. We're at a really, really nice hotel, super nice. The water is nice, the people is nice, everything's just so nice.
All right, we'll give you an update later. Take
See
care.
ya.
Bye.
Hey guys, so still in Mexico and wanted to just kind of do a story time. Wanted to do a story time to kind of break up some of the stuff that I'm like showing you guys since I've been here. I just woke up, y'all, so just woke up, just got dressed. So still waking up for today. I just wanted to talk about like some things I learned going into 24, where I'm pretty confident that 24 is going to be amazing. And some of these things I share can really help you as you're navigating your 20s, or even if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s. I feel like some of these lessons that I've learned, I had to learn these early because I feel like for my life, like it's really important for me to learn things as fast as possible. Not always, but some things like this, I feel like I'm happy I learned them early. I'm happy I made a lot of mistakes early. I'm happy I failed many times early because I have this new sense of perseverance, this new sense of like this new armor around me, where I'm just way more mature. I'm able to think things through and I'm just able to see things for what they are. And so I have 3 things that I want to talk about that I learned. So the first one is God's grace. The second one is the importance of obedience and things that are both easy and hard. And then the third thing is to fail fast. So just first starting with just God's grace, like y'all, one thing about it, 2 things for sure, is that God is so graceful. So graceful. Like, I don't know how my mama do it because she has 4 girls and we have all dealt with our own challenges, our own traumas, all these different things. And honestly, it just always comes back to God's grace. Like, God gives us so much grace. And that kind of brings me to number 2, because it's like, even when you're like disobedient, even when like you might be like doing things that don't align, or even all these things, like God still shows up and gives you grace, or has at least been giving me grace. But also with number 2, it's like, okay, Victoria, you shouldn't take his grace for granted type thing. Don't take advantage of that grace. And that's why obedience is really important, because whether it's like a relationship, a business move, something within your family, he presents so many signs to us for us to be obedient, right? So you'll feel it, your body, and it's like, no, that's not for me. Or no, I shouldn't be dating this person. Or no, I should not have treated this way, or treated this client this way, or whatever that looks like for you. Or Or no, I know I shouldn't go to this really expensive school. I feel like God is telling me just to go to the state school, right? So he gives us so many different types of like alarm clocks in our body, which I consider our intuition. And also, you know, if you're biblical, you might say, okay, it's like the Holy Spirit that's giving you that discernment. And so it's really up to us to decide, like, okay, am I going to be obedient even though it hurts, even though it's hard, even though I personally don't want to do this? Or the alternative, y'all, that I've learned is, with God's grace, if you choose to not be obedient, he will force you to be obedient, okay? Like, I can't tell you how many times I have wanted to do one thing and thought that was going to be the way that I was going to walk. And God will yank me out of these situations and be like, hold up, girl. I tried to give you time. I tried to give you grace, girl. I tried to let you figure it out on your own, but you are going to astray and I gotta yank you back in, okay? But sometimes when you choose not to be obedient on your own and God then shows up and has to do the obedience for you or get you out of that situation, y'all, sometimes that can hurt worse. Like, that's why that's a lesson, because it can be like, sometimes him yanking you out of that can be, you might already be traumatized at that point. You might let's say it's like you wanted to go to a huge school that's super expensive, and God's legit telling you, like, no girl, we ain't got it, okay? You need to go to this school, and you choose to do it anyway. Now, once you transfer after your second semester of college, because, you know, I'm in this space of scholarship, so I see it all the time. People who just not obedient to like what they know is best for them. They go to these schools, you know, they're able to take out the loans first semester, and the second semester comes and they realize, oh, I gotta pay again. They end up having to leave that school. So now you're out $40,000 because you were disobedient and you didn't listen. So I'm just trying to use that example because it's more than just like a relationship thing or a business thing. It's sometimes just like the decisions we make on an ongoing basis. And so that's number 2, which is just like the importance of obedience in both easy and hard things, right? Because like an easy way to be obedient is, you know, I don't know. I can't really come up with an example. If you have an example, drop it in the comments of some like easy ways that it is for you to be obedient. And then also drop in the comments, what are some hard ways that you've experienced of practicing obedience? Like, what are something, maybe it's like going to the gym 5 days a week. You know, maybe it's like, you know, God is telling you, hey, like, you have something special. I want you to post every day on social media, and you ain't doing it, okay? But the thing is, the minute you learn that obedience, you learn that self-discipline, that's when things will shake. And even if he had to yank you up to give you that obedience, for me, every time that happens, or every time I just self-willingly be obedient, which is something I'm consistently practicing, God always shows me the reason why I should have done it in the first place. He's not going to be mad at you for not figuring out on your own. He's not going to be mad at you for having to swoop in and get you to understand. He still has such level of grace. He still has so much dignity. He's still so loving, and he's a father. And so those are just things that I've learned. And again, now I am actively making sure that I think things through all the way. I'm obedient, because when you're not, y'all, it not only just affects you, it affects things about your future that you can't even see. It might impact your family in some ways. So it's just gonna be really important that, you know, you be obedient in all ways that you can. Do your best, strive for obedience, and this is in everything. The third thing I want to talk about is failing fast. That's something I learned, you know, especially year 23. I just did whatever, y'all, okay? I failed fast. I can't even tell you, like, I probably lost like over tens of thousands of dollars in bad investments, whether that's me hiring someone who wasn't good, okay? I need to up my hiring game, obviously. Hiring somebody who's not good, or paying for a subscription service you know, paying for a platform that's not good, or I didn't need to use, or I didn't need to invest in that. And so, yes, I can say I'm out tens of thousands of dollars, but at the same time, I can be like, well, at least I know. And now, like within my business, for example, I feel like I have really great systems in place that maybe if I had not failed so much and bought all these subscriptions and bought all these platforms and tried to hire all these people and try to figure it out, I might not have got to where I was now as fast. So failing fast is like also really, really important, because at this point, y'all, even when I was in high school, like people think, or even college, like people think like, oh, Victoria, you're so smart. And yes, I'm smart, y'all. But the way I'm smart is I'm gonna read the rubric and I'm gonna know how much I can fail. So I was a person, I was not getting, I'm not good at tests, okay? So I wasn't getting A's on my tests, barely B's, y'all. I would like mostly get C's and sometimes fail tests. Well, a lot of times fail tests, okay? And so when I would get my test back, I would get like, let's say a 72. In my head, I would be like, well, at least you know 72%, okay? So a lot of this fail fast mentality that I'm trying to teach you guys is really just understanding that your failures are really what allow you to see the success that you have, or at least for me. People who are the most successful, including myself, I would say, we just do it. We just do it. We're not scared, okay? Who cares? Who cares? And it's a book I read. I read 2 books on my way here to Cancun. And one was like The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, or whatever it's called. I'm gonna put it here, okay? That book is so good because it's like, who gives a F? Who gives a F, okay? He said, at the end of the day, we are all gonna die. We're all gonna die. So if you're someone who's on the edge of your seat, you're trying to figure this out, you want to start that business, you want to go back to school, you know, you want to do a faceless Instagram account, you want to start doing TikToks, do it. Because for me, most people who support my business are people I don't even know, okay? So just do it. Don't be scared. Well, actually, do it scared sometimes. I take that back. Sometimes you are going to do it scared, like, because you're so innovative, you're so bright, you're so smart. We can figure it out. That's what community is for, you know? So yeah, so those are my 3 things. So again, just to review, God's grace, I learned that heavily, y'all. The second one is the importance of obedience in things easy and hard. And the third one is fail fast. You're going to be good. Everything's great. So yeah, that was like a little story time. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, y'all, because there's just a lot of things in my brain and it's nothing to just pull out this camera and let y'all know what's up. But I'm about to get ready for the rest of the day and I'm about to show you guys some more of my Cancun.
No, you're fine. Everybody else just gotta move. Come on, girl, Leah. Come closer, Lee. Hey, y'all, so we in a pool. Okay,
You need to come on around. You have to walk around.
Just to join the festivity.
So see ya.